Hello. This video is for IXL Activity 7.C.3. It is titled Add Integers Using Number Lines. And the 3-character code for this activity is Alpha Bravo Papa. All right, so we talked about adding integers on number lines in lesson 1.5 of the text video. So we're now going to go ahead and practice that here in IXL. So it says which number line models -10 plus 2. Well, we know that whenever we use a number line, we learn that we can start at the first add-in. Numbers being added together called add-ins. The result is called the sum or the total. There's many words we use for it, but sum is a popular word. And the numbers being added together are called add-ins. So we're going to start at -10 and add 2. The first one here starts at -10 and it adds 2 because we're going to the right because it's positive. So this one seems to work out. This one here starts at -8 and goes to the right to -6. Well, they're adding 2, but they're not starting at the right spot. So the second one's the incorrect answer. The first one is the correct answer. So we want to select that one there. And then we can get the answer from that by reading that the sum is -8. On the next one, which one models or which number line models -4 plus -3? So let's start at -4. Well, they both start at -4, so we're good to go on that part. And whenever we add a negative number, we have to go to the left, correct? Well, the first one here, it does go to the left back here to -7. So that's the correct one. This one here is adding a +3, not a -3. So we don't want to use the second one. And we see that -4 plus a -3 going back to the left is going to land us at -7. Next one here gives us +10 plus -4, so we should be starting at 10. And indeed, both models start at 10. We should be subtracting 4. Well, the first one here is adding a -2, and this one here is adding a -4. So it appears to be that the second one here is the correct answer, and it's landing us at a sum of 6. So our answer here is +6. This model, once we're looking for the model that starts at -3 and adds 3, +3, so it goes to the right. So -3 and -3, they both check out for the starting point, but we should be moving to the right because this is a +3 that we're adding. And indeed, this one here is the one that's adding a +3, and that's going to land us at 0, so the sum is 0. And we notice that these are opposites, right? Opposites always get us back to the identity, which is 0. We talked about identity because any number x plus 0 is going to equal x. So it sees itself like looking at in a mirror. It sees its own self. This is called 0 is the identity property of addition. And so that makes these inverses or additive inverses. So opposites are additive inverses. We call them inverses because they get us back to the identity property, which for addition happens to be 0. Which number line models -9 plus -3? So both of them should start at -9, I imagine. Oh, this one's landing at -9. So actually we can rule this one out, and this is going to be the correct one. This one has the wrong starting point. And we're adding a -3, so we're going to the left 1, 2, 3 spaces, and indeed we land at -12. All right. Then they're going to change it up a little bit, and they want you to start filling in all the blanks. So the first add-in is where we're starting at. So that's going to be -6. The second add-in is which way we're going. Are we going right or left? Well, we know if we go to the right that it's a positive number. We know if we go to the left that it is a negative number. So it must be a negative. And then how many spaces are we going? Well, they are counting by ones. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So we're adding a -4, and that lands us at -10. Let's look at another one like that. Starting point is negative 20. And since we're going to the right, we're adding, so this value is going to be positive. And they are counting by ones. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces. So we're adding 7, and we're landing at negative 13. For this model here, we're starting at negative 14. And since we're going left, we're adding a negative number. And looks like they're counting by twos, don't it? 14 to 16 is 2. So we're going 2, 4, 6, 8. So we are adding a negative 8. So that's what goes in our second box. So our two add-ins are negative 14 and negative 8. And the sum is our answer, which is negative 22. That's where we end up on the number line. And for our final question here, we're starting at negative 12. And it is going to the right, so it's a positive number, right? So this is going to be a positive number here. And indeed, it looks like they're counting by twos again. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We went 10 spaces. So we added 10 to it. And we're landing at negative 2. All right, so those are all of my examples for IXL 7.C.3, where we add integers using a number line. Good luck with your activity.